Hello everybody, my name is Hector.
This is Hector Jr.
We started this YouTube channel so we can give everybody a little bit of information in regard to the 2020 Shelby GT500. As everybody knows, this is a car that there's been spy shots out there, a huge announcement. It was a car that everybody was waiting for. The car is just as great as you see out there on other YouTube channels, as you see people talking about it. We've actually we wanted also to make this video because one of the questions I get asked everywhere I stop, whether it's a gas station, a grocery store, is what do you do? How were you able to afford this car? Well, plain and simple, guys and gals, I actually said when the spy shots first came out, I personally started planning and set goals to be able to afford this car once it came out. I started making decisions and savings and doing things that allowed me to get to this point where I could afford the car comfortably. And many people, they think that it's out of their reach. Well, if you set goals in life, anything is within reach. Anyhow, enough of that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be performing reviews of the interior, the exterior, all the buttons, the navigation, all the stuff the car has and offers. Not just how fast it goes from 0 to 60, and the quarter mile. Of course, we will have some videos. There's a video out there of a resonator delete that we've already done. There's going to be another video in regards to the air intake, 1320, cold air intake we put on the car. The ultimate goal is to get the car to 1,000 rear wheel horsepower. Of course, these cars are very, very, very well built. They are not too far, from the 1,000 horsepower range. A few things you can do, modify. Some of them being, ported blower, pulleys, exhaust, injectors, all that good stuff that many people have done and are close to that 1,000 horsepower range. So that's all, going to be down the road. We've actually going to do it step by step, not just going to rush into it. There is the car is fast as it is. It adding all this other stuff is just an extra gift to this wonderful car. A lot of the questions that you might have, if you comment down below, we will try to answer them. That's one of the things that we set our goals for this channel was not just a channel to try to profit out of or off of. It was more or less to give people some information. When these cars come out, a lot of people own them and they put them in a garage. They don't drive them much, and then I do the same. This is not my daily driver. But some of the stuff that we are going to do is just more or less give you information about the car. So in the future, if you decide this is one route you want to take, you have as much information about the car as you can have. Of course, until you drive one, there's a lot of stuff out there. The car drives amazing. The DCT, I was a manual guy. Nobody could get me off that horse. I actually, when they announced it was going to be an automatic only, I was very disappointed. And the very next day, I went and bought a 2019, Performance Pack 1 manual GT. I kept saying I'm not going to get the GT500 because of the transmission. I was very partial to the manual until I drove this car. When I purchased the car, I did not test drive it. I just went up there, took care of the paperwork, took care of everything I had to take care of, and I drove the car home. But now, this DCT, guys, it's on a whole new level. When I tell you that this is coming from a guy that is manual only, I mean, I cannot repeat that, enough when I say I hated automatic cars. I didn't understand them. I was old school manual, that third pedal. you know, and I really decided that I wasn't going to buy the car. Well, you know what? After reconsidering and, you know, seeing a lot of the videos out there of other people and just looking at the car, you know, that just made me just give it a try. And I did, and I'm glad I did, because this DCT transmission is on a whole new level. I mean, trust me when I tell you, it is on a whole new level. It shifts so quick. The clutch is engaged just like a manual. It almost sounds like if the car was manual. It's just great, guys, and it's something that if you drive one, you will understand what I'm saying in regards to that. You know, it's very, very, very different. I mean, it's on a whole new level. I mean, as far as Mustang goes, there's nothing that somebody is going to come out with a manual that's going to shift faster than this car. A little interesting story that I've told everybody is, when I was 18 years old, I had a 1989 Fox body, you know, GT convertible. It was automatic. It kept blowing transmissions, and, you know, in the end, it was the AOD. You know, that transmission was just not a very good transmission. It kept blowing them up. I rebuilt it. I put a new one in, and same thing over and over again. So a buddy of mine gave me the idea of turning it into a 5-speed, and I did, and it was the best thing that I could have ever done to that car. However, you know, I that's where the misconception started between the difference between automatic and manual. When the last transmission that I put in the car was in one out of a salvage yard. There was a gentleman, and I really don't remember his name. This was back in 1998. The gentleman told me, he's like, one day there's going to be a technology on a automatic transmission that's going to basically tackle the manual. He said, by the time, and I still, guys, and I never forgot this, he said, by the time the brain gets the signal to send the signal to your foot and to your hand to hit that clutch and that, you know, that shifter and get it into the next gear, an automatic transmission would have it in just like that. It would just have to be something with technology that would, you know, get it to engage that fast. Well, DCT it is. That's what just reminded me of this gentleman when he mentioned that, because he was totally right. You know, he was totally right. This transmission shifts so fast. Anyway, that's a little bit of intro, you know, in regards to this vehicle. We will be, you know, doing walk around on the car. The car is iconic silver. There's a few things I've added to it. Mustang Lifestyle, you know, shout out to him. He did a resident delete for me, you know, a couple of videos. The most of the performance review videos are going to be with him. He's a great guy. Andrew's, you know, thank you, Andrew. You've been great. You know, this video, you know, just it is going to be, like I said, about the research and the other stuff, and eventually we'll probably get to some, you know, performance videos and seeing what it does, because obviously that's what everybody wants to look at, you know, how well the car does. And you know racing, you know, we'll probably take it to the track. You know, there's a long list of goodies we are going to do to the car. It's more or less time than you know, research. You know, Andrew's been great at giving me information about, you know, what route is the best to take. He's helped me out a lot with this car as far as you know, what the future is for the car. And we definitely are going to try to make it very detailed for everybody. That way everybody understands, you know, what this car can do. So anyhow, little Hector's going to help me with a lot of the shots. He's going to be in here and on the channel regularly. And again, everybody, we are just regular guys. You know, if we look like, you know, we don't know what we're doing here, is because it is new for us. I just think that, you know, when I buy a vehicle, YouTube is like my number one resource to try to get information about the vehicles. What's out there, what is it doing. It's yeah, you can read reviews from experts and professionals, but it's people like us out there that really, really, really give everybody, the average Joe, information about the vehicles. And that is why we started this. Again, it's one of the things that we don't know. It might be big. We might just have 5 subscribers and finish it at that. Well, you know what? But if I can help one person, if we both can help one person, that's great. That is the whole purpose about this channel. We are located in Florida, sunny Florida, so year round. We're not shut down with the weather. In the area, there's a lot of good YouTubers with a lot of nice cars. But anyhow, so we'll leave it there. We'll get some. We'll do a review of the all around on the vehicle, the outside, exterior, interior. Some of the stuff we've done again, and then we'll go from there. Well, thank you, everybody.